I've got live, dude.
Here we go.
We're
You
live.
live?
We're golden.
I'm getting an ad. Hang on. I'm getting an ad.
Oh, sounds like he used to sub during September to Twitch. No, to Chuck Speedbag for a low.
I'm subbing right now.
Here we go. Okay. Here's the
Around.
moment of truth.
Hold on. We gotta wait for
Are you?
everyone.
Can I hit the power button? Jesus.
Yeah, just fire it up.
All right, here we go. I still have nothing, guys.
Nothing.
No.
Turn the power switch, reverse it. Maybe the positives and the negative, and the negatives and the positive.
There we go. Holy shit.
It's working.
Yes. Ah!
No, so that.
There we
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's working.
It's amazing when you plug shit into the right thing, Chuck. It's crazy how that works.
Learning process.
Were you hitting the power switch or the reset switch?
Good question. Also.
Plug into a monitor and let's see those screens light up. I like that RGB RAM. I almost want to get some. Holy shit.
Isn't that cool?
Even if you can't see it in my case, I don't care.
All right, hang
The
on.
rear fan isn't turning, the exhaust fan, I noticed.
Yeah, it's true.
GPU's lit up.
The rear fan isn't plugged in, so that makes sense that it's not turning.
Yeah, it's true, right? Well, because
The
it's
fan's
not
going
plugged into a power
GPU.
source at all.
Is the CPU fan running?
Yes.
CPU's going.
CPU
that'd
is
be
going.
Graphics card.
Hang on, I might be able to do
The
this.
graphics card won't run until it's warm enough to run, so I would not expect that to be running right now.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can plug this in real quick.
So now that you have the PC running, next step is to install Windows.
Yeah. Which I can get to.
I'd go into. You're not getting any LED lights above your motherboard connector.
I don't think so.
If it's lit up there.
No, I don't think so. Is it supposed to?
No, it's good.
Yeah, we're golden.
Okay,
Alright.
hang on. Plugging in monitors now.
Yeah,
worry about the
plug in
fans and stuff
monitors,
later.
Plug in monitors.
Because,
Oh, we're so close, I can taste it.
okay.
Oh, that's a win in my book. Well, actually, we haven't seen the BIOS yet.
I mean, if you get to the BIOS, it's okay. That's
Yeah, BIOS is a clean build.
Okay. HDMIs.
alright. I can finally update the title to be Chuck Beat the Beast. Chuck Beat the DC.
All
It's
right.
official. You
Here
won.
is a single monitor plugged in. It's getting power. What just happened?
Ooh, wait, what does it look like? Nothing.
Hang on, it turned it on though. There we go. No HDMI 2 signal from your mouse. Hang on,
Do you
yeah.
have a keyboard plugged in?
No, not yet.
Okay, plug in the keyboard, turn off the PC, turn on the PC again, and mash delete and F12.
Okay, one sec. Okay, turning off.
And then plug your keyboard to the back of the PC, not the front. If there's anything to the front, plug it into the motherboard directly.
Alright. Okay. So, keyboard.
Look at that screen, man.
Alright, keyboard plugged in.
Not yet.
The heck? Oh, back
Alright,
up my PC.
plugged
What do you
in.
think this is?
Alright, keyboard's plugged in.
Alright, turn it on, and then mash delete and F12 on your keyboard.
Delete. Where are we at? Delete and F12.
F12. Yeah, keep hitting them as fast as you can.
Oh.
Because one of those two keys can take you to the BIOS. And
The
that's
lead will take you to the BIOS.
so that means your oh, do you have your? Don't plug your computer into the graphics card yet because it's not set up. Plug it into the motherboard if you have an option, right? I believe that's how we have to start it up with.
Yeah.
No, you get display out of the GPU. If anything, you won't get display out of the motherboard because I don't think the CPU's got integrated graphics on it.
It depends. Yeah, my CPU does. That's what I'm running right now because my graphics card sucks. Woo. But
What have you got in the GPU? HDMI?
I would assume so. I doubt he has a display port yet. So, is your monitor
Okay,
turned on?
wait. Yeah,
right
here's the
setting?
monitor now. So,
Is it on the right display or right input?
I don't know.
What is it plugged in the back? Is it HDMI 1, HDMI 2?
It's in it. Let's see.
Is it plugged in? That's probably the
Yes,
first
it is. It is plugged in. It's just plugged into. Let's see. HDMI 2.
Alright, so change the input to HDMI 2 if it's not already. Because if it's an HDMI 1, then it's not going to work. And it'll just look foolish.
Yeah, I don't know what the change input button is.
Just start pressing them until something happens. That's how I do it.
Okay, input source HDMI 2.
Okay, so it's on HDMI 2.
Okay.
Well, it's working.
Scanning
That's
for
good.
signal. No
What's up?
HDMI signal from your device.
Okay, how would you proceed with this then? Because, and is try unplugging it from your graphics card and plugging it back in. Just
Oh, I'm not
for
plugged into the graphics card. I'm plugged into the motherboard.
Oh, plug it.
Plug it into the GPU.
All right. Well, you just told me to plug it into the motherboard.
Yeah, I'm a dirty, filthy liar, so
Okay.
don't trust me.
Okay then. Problem solved. Let's do it.
And hopefully this works flawlessly as I expected. I see a bar moving along the thing.
All right. So it's saying no HDMI signal from your device.
Alright, try restarting your PC again. Turn it off, turn it back on, and spam, hit delete and F12. Because maybe it's just doing it because it's trying to be like, hey, we aren't set up yet, so.
Okay.
Yes, Dak, I'm a dirty, filthy liar. Clip it, quote it, never let me forget.
All right.
Come on,
Turn on.
work.
Saying HDMI 2 input. Something just happened. Yes. There we go.
Are we in? Are we
Yeah.
live?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're live.
That's what I want to see. Boom.
Okay.
So, do you have your flash drive with the Windows installed on it?
Not yet.
That's the next step. So,
That's supposed to come in tomorrow, and then I've got the actual Microsoft 64-bit craziness. I just haven't done that piece yet.
okay, so then that's as far as we can get to tonight. Is next step for this is to install Windows. In order to do that, you have to download the software I sent the link to on Twitter onto the flash drive. Then you plug that into your computer, and in the BIOS here, there should be a startup option where you can change what you want to start it up as. You want to select that flash drive, and then restart your computer through the BIOS, exit, and hit restart. Once that comes up, it'll boot on the flash drive, and then it'll say, hey, you want to install Windows, and then go through the steps to install Windows on your SSD then. Once that is installed, it'll do a couple of reboots, but then it might want to start up on your flash drive again after the first reboot. What you want to do is turn off the computer, turn it back on, spam F12 and delete, go back into your BIOS here, and then have your SSD as the standard startup, exit BIOS, which will restart your computer, and then it should run through the SSD and take you to Windows. Then it is going to want to do Windows Update, and then it'll just take a few times to update the most recent time.
Okay.
If you miss any of that, you can just text me tomorrow. I'll be home all day, so I can hop on at any time and help you with that again.
Okay.
But you have successfully built your first PC. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Jesus
You're welcome,
Christ.
man.
Thank you all. I would definitely 100,000% would not have been able to pull this off without you. So thank you so much, and thanks for everybody who stuck in for all that. Stacks over talking
It's
shit.
fun and interesting, to say the least.
No, Stacks, you're supposed to have written all that down. I thought you were. That's why you were here. All right. Well, I am.
I have a couple of things if you want to do while you're in the BIOS.
Yeah, sure. If we're in here, let's do it.
Yeah, if you can show the screen.
Yep. Gotcha.
You can actually share screen after you get the PC set up too. You're so close, Chuck.
I know. I'm like so close. I can taste it. Really dumb question, but where do you plug the mouse in?
The same place you plug the keyboard in the back there.
Let's see. The SSD whatever slot, I'm guessing.
No, in the USB slot. Right next to the keyboard slot.
slot.
Yeah, there's... Alright, hang on. There's one up here. There's one that says Flash BIOS. There's one next to it. And then there's a SS plug out. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, just any USB. Yeah.
There we go. Alright. Here's to be working. Yep, working. Alright.
So the first thing you want to tell me is what's the CPU temp at the moment?
CPU, where
It'll
would I
be up
find
at the top there.
top? CPU temperature 39 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Motherboard temperature 29 degrees Celsius.
And if there's anything to say where the RAM is, we just want to see if the RAM and the hard drives were allocated in the BIOS, whether they were seen or not. Is there something there with memory or
Yeah,
RAM?
I see a section with memory here. So it says DRAM size 16384 megabyte, DRAM voltage 1.220 volt. And then underneath it says DIMA 1 unknown, DIMA 2 G skill, DIM B1 unknown,
I can see your two RAMs down there. Your RAMs are good to go.
All right.
And
Well, DDR4 fancy.
where are we?
Well, I'm gonna log off here now though because I have to pee like a mother effer, and I am done here because the PC is built. So
Thank you, Turtle. I appreciate it. Have a good night, brother.
You
I will
have-
touch bases with you tomorrow, most definitely.
sounds good. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you.
Cheers, bro.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, so we just want to see if the BIOS can see the hard drive as
Okay.
well. And you've got,
So storage.
have you got?
So I've got SATA port 6, Samsung SSD 86, 250 gigabyte.
Okay. Disable. Oh, the hot plug's disabled. Remember when you were connecting the SATA data cable and I suggested port 1 or 2?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think it's a little further up on the motherboard. It may be an idea when you shut down at some stage just to connect it up to there, because I know with the B450s, if you ever decide to put it like an M.2 drive in, some of those PCI Express lanes for these lower SATA ports will get disabled.
Okay.
So that's just food for thought. Now the other thing is you want to set your DRAM frequency speed. So
Okay.
do you have your RAM box? Do you remember how fast the RAM was in megahertz?
Let me find the RAM box. This looks like it. Where would I find that?
It'll be like 3000, 3200. It'll be like DDR4.
Yeah, it's DDR4. RGB, DDR4 memory. DDR4 3600 8 gigabyte
36.
by 2.
Okay, so we need to change the DRAM frequency to 36.
Okay.
Just try to see where it is on the BIOS for MSI. Maybe under advanced. Is there an advanced? It's 7. Does that ring a bell up the top there?
Yeah, there's advanced up here. Okay. And then we've got motherboard settings, overclock, OC settings, hardware monitor, OC profile.
Overclock.
Okay. All right. It says adjust CPU frequency, CPU ratio, auto. Underneath that, it says 3600 megahertz.
That's for the CPU. Is there anything for the memory?
There's DRAM. It says AXMP disabled. And then it says profile 1 DDR, 3600 megahertz. And then,
so you want to enable it.
Okay. All right. It gives me the option of profile 1 and then profile 2. Does it matter?
Or 2. Does it say anything about profile 2?
It gives me the option. So when I say it has when I click on AXMP, right, it has disabled, profile 1, and then profile 2, and I can click on one of those.
Does it change anything else on the memory timing? See how under profile it's got those numbers? Does profile 1 and 2 change those numbers?
Let's see. Profile, it doesn't seem to be any difference between the two. Hang on.
Hang on a sec. So the first profile contains enthusiast settings. These allow your memory to run at the rated speed advertised on the box. These settings enable only a modest overclock. So maybe go for number 1.
Okay.
Just what's on the box, modest. Obviously, profile 2 is more extreme. Then there'll be somewhere there for you to actually set the timing. Is it like adjust DRAM frequency?
Yeah, it says auto, and then I can do everything from 1600 all the way up to 4133. So set it on 3600.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, so it says DDR4 3600. Adjust DRAM
that.
frequency. Yep. Okay. And then it's got F clock frequency and then UCLK. Any of that stuff.
Well, I would exit and save. I think maybe there's a cross in the right top corner. Like an X to close.
Yeah, I see an X right there. It says save configuration and exit. Yes. There we go.
And then on when it shuts down and starts back up again, just start hitting delete.
Okay.
It doesn't restart. You might
There
just
you
have
go.
to hit the power button. I've got maybe a 5-second delay on the video.
Oh, sorry.
So
Okay.
if you go, what is it, F7 to go back to easy mode or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And somewhere there, it should be, if you click the memory, it should be now 3600.
Yep.
Good. Yeah. What else? Oh, the CPU, and is there anything there that shows the RPM on the fans?
So let's see. CPU. It doesn't look like it shows anything in this mode.
Okay. There's nothing on those bottom boxes that mention cooling, fan profile.
It says CPU fan fail warning control. But that's the only one that
does
mentions
it?
that. Yeah, it's got like a box you can click.
Yeah, click the box.
Okay. So now it just activated it turned on. It didn't really do anything other than just turn on.
Do you remember when we connected up the CPU fan and then we sort of disabled that hub at the back? Did you connect the CPU fan directly to the CPU fan header on the motherboard?
Yes. In the top right hand corner.
That shouldn't be a problem. It's probably just like a warning to turn on and off a warning. I know that if you accidentally put it on like the optional header or you fail to put it on, the computer just won't boot for you.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's the temp now?
It says CPU temperature 43 degrees Celsius, motherboard temperature 30 degrees Celsius.
Okay. No, that seems to be doing its job. It just seems like you see some of these crazy builds where they've got like these gigantic refrigerator coolers sitting on the motherboard, and yours just looks so tiny.
Yeah. Well, at some point I've got to figure out that connector in the back too, because I've got 2 fans in the front, it looks like, and 1 fan in the back, and the only thing that's running right now is a CPU fan. So I've got to figure out a way to connect all those, at least get a couple of them running.
So the front fans have just got the lights, they're not actually turning?
So yeah, the front fans have just got the lights, they're not actually turning.
Okay. Yeah, so it would, I would say that our SATA connector that we did on the back is for the lights. And you may have to like reconnect the hub up for those front lights.
Yeah, because I think there's like 6 slots for fans, and like 4 of them are already taken with things in the slot. So I'm pretty sure those fans run directly from that hub. So I've got to figure out a way to get that cord to reach to the motherboard, and then get the CPU fan connected to that back piece. So I think with the power functioning, I don't think I have to. I solved the power issue.
I would personally just keep your CPU fan on the motherboard header. And the front fans. And if you can't reach the rear fan, maybe the rear fan. Let me have a look at the board.
Yeah, because we've got the issue I'm running into is that the cord that comes from that hub is not long enough to actually reach. So this can reach the hub in the back, right? The rear fan, but the fan to the hub, or the cord to the hub, is not long enough to reach any of the other plugs. And so the only place it can actually reach is the main one that the CPU fan is plugged into.
See, I don't think you need to do that. The reason that who is it that makes the case? Whoever they are, the reason they're telling you to do that is so that the header can control the CPU fan via the hub. Where you can do that, eliminating it just by joining it to the header directly. As for the back fan and the 2 front fans, they could all 3 go on that hub, and the hub will run at like full speed with the SATA connector.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a power board for fans.
Yeah.
And there'd be a separate cable that comes out of those front fans for the lights.
So I need to look for an additional cable to run from the front fans to the SATA connector?
Yeah. I'd be looking for the 2 fan cables that come from the front and connect them up to the hub. And if that rear fan can reach the hub, I'd connect it onto that as well.
And then where would I connect? Where do I connect the hub to, though, is my question.
The hub gets connected with that SATA power.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the hub is like a power board, and the SATA power is like plugging it into the wall,
So-
and all the fans then plug onto the hub.
So as long as I can get all the fans connected to the hub, in theory it should do what it needs
Yeah.
to do, correct?
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm not sure what you've got connected to the hub now.
So I've actually got the rear fan connected to the hub. I don't know why it's being the way it is though. Hang on.
So there's also on the bottom of your board, what's it? Next to the audio, where you've plugged the audio in the excuse me, into the bottom left of the board, there's another fan header down there.
I could actually probably reach that with the fan, this rear fan, for sure.
Yeah. See, if you've just got 3 fans, well, I think the board has 1, 2, 4. It's got 4 chassis fans and a CPU fan. So
Let me
you
see if I can.
technically don't even need that hub. If all those fans can reach around the board,
Yeah, let me
and
see
you
if I
can
can
control it.
pull this. If I can just get this rear fan in, that'd be nice. Yep, there we go. So
See,
rear.
I would run that over the top of the board
Mm-hmm.
and then down the back and bring it.
Where is
in.
the additional fan at the bottom of the board?
It's next to the audio. It's like this 1, 2. It's the third header.
So like
Left.
JR.
It's got audio, RGB, and then fan header. Sysfan 2.
Sysfan 2. I'm looking right now. Yeah, there it is. See, I could run
And they
this.
can reach down there.
Yeah, I think I can totally run from where I am right now down the back and out this bottom piece right here,
Yeah.
and then plug into System Fan 2, and that's going to give me the back piece. And then the only other troubleshoot I would need from that point. Okay, here's System Fan 2. Yep, there we go. All right, so back fan is functioning.
I like how you do all this while it's running. It's very Australian of you, man. It's very Aussie. Should have a beer.
I know, right? And then, okay, so that solves that problem.
So the 2 front fans.
Let's figure out what's running from that and go from there. Try not to lose my little parts here.
That glass panel just lifts off.
Does it? Let's see.
If
Let's
it's
see.
annoying. It's too late now. Bill's over.
Yeah, either way, it's all good. But yeah, I need to figure out what's running from those back fans.
Yeah, it's either when we fiddled with it before we switched it on, we've probably just disconnected the power, I think, to the hub.
Yeah,
We'll see.
somehow. Let's see.
You've got the SATA power in the front, don't you? Next to your GPU. We connected one there.
All
Is
right.
it still connected? It comes off your SSD.
The one that's coming off the SSD. Let's see.
And that little power cord we connected to the SATA power cable.
Yeah, we
One
got
in the front there.
two connected there,
Oh yes.
actually, and there's one that's the PWM hub that is connected there supposedly,
Oh okay. So
which I think is what's
should be
running to
getting
the
power.
lights on the front, because the front lights, I'll show you, they're getting lights, the fans are just not running.
Okay. Just do you want to disconnect it and just see if those lights
Yeah, let's do it. Nope. So the PWM hub connector to the SATA did nothing. Let's see what this does. This is, it just says 12 volt input megahertz. So if I pull this, that went out. So this is running to the front fan. So there's got to be a second one somewhere that's running from somewhere that I can't see. So here, this is running from the fan. This is running from the fan. We've got two things going to the hub. It's weird. I don't know. I'll have to fiddle with it and see what I can find. Odd. Oh, phone died. Of course it did. Vic, you're awesome. You need to go to bed though. It's way, way, way late for you. So, again, thank you for tuning in, but you're awesome. Go to bed. Alright, we're going to turn this off. Turn you off. Unplug you. For one. Turn you around. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night.